The announcement of India's withdrawal of the transshipment facility for Bangladesh sent ripples through the already intricate web of trade logistics in South Asia. For Bangladesh, a nation that has increasingly relied on its ready-made garment, RMG industry, as a cornerstone of its economy, this move posed immediate and far-reaching implications. The transshipment facility had been a lifeline, enabling goods to be transported efficiently to various destinations, including Nepal, Bhutan, and Myanmar. Without this facility, the landscape of export logistics transformed overnight, presenting a daunting challenge for Bangladesh's trade operations. Initially, the logistical challenges were glaring. The withdrawal meant that cargo destined for landlocked neighbors, like Nepal and Bhutan, would no longer have the streamlined access they once enjoyed. Instead of relying on a well-established route through Indian ports, Bangladesh now faced the daunting prospect of rerouting goods via longer and more convoluted paths. The result was an anticipated surge in transportation costs, which would inevitably burden the RMG industry. This sector, already grappling with thin profit margins, could find itself at a competitive disadvantage. The added expenses could ripple through the supply chain, affecting not just manufacturers, but also workers and consumers. As the RMG industry is a critical driver of Bangladesh's economic growth, the implications of increased transportation costs were profound. Buyers from Europe and North America, who were accustomed to the cost-effectiveness of Bangladeshi garments, might reconsider their sourcing strategies. If the price of Bangladeshi garments increased due to inflated logistics costs, the nation's competitive edge in the global market could start to wane. The fear of losing contracts to countries with more favorable logistics arrangements loomed large, prompting urgent discussions among policymakers and industry leaders on how to mitigate the fallout. In the face of these challenges, Bangladesh had to explore alternative routes for trade. Sea transportation remained a viable option, but the existing infrastructure needed urgent upgrades to handle increased volumes and ensure timely deliveries. The country could look towards developing ports that could accommodate larger vessels and improve efficiency. However, the reality of sea transport is that it is often slower than air freight, which presents its own challenges for time-sensitive goods. Air transport, while faster, came with its own set of complications. The high costs associated with air freight for large volumes of goods made it impractical for the RMG sector, which typically relies on shipping containers filled with garments. Air cargo capacity was limited, and prioritizing high-value goods over bulk commodities would require a strategic reevaluation of what products Bangladesh chose to export via air. This balancing act between utilizing air transport for high-value items while managing the constraints of air cargo capacity was a tightrope that needed careful navigation. To bolster its export logistics landscape, Bangladesh recognized the importance of enhancing its domestic infrastructure. Investments in road networks, rail systems, and port facilities were essential to ensure that goods could move efficiently from factories to ports, minimizing delays and reducing costs. Improving border crossing procedures was another critical area that demanded attention. Streamlining customs processes and reducing bottlenecks at border points could significantly enhance trade efficiency with neighboring countries. Moreover, fostering closer trade relations with Myanmar emerged as a strategic imperative. As a country that shares a border with Bangladesh, Myanmar presented opportunities for collaboration that could ease some of the logistical burdens. By establishing trade agreements and joint ventures, both nations could benefit from improved trade routes and reduced costs. The potential for a mutually beneficial relationship was clear, and Bangladesh needed to seize this opportunity to strengthen its position in the regional trade landscape. As discussions around these challenges unfolded, the RMG industry began to adapt. Manufacturers started to explore innovative solutions, including diversifying their product lines to include higher-value goods that could justify the cost of air freight. This shift could help maintain competitiveness in the global market, even as logistics costs rose. Additionally, companies began to invest in technology to optimize supply chain management, allowing for better tracking and forecasting of shipments. These technological advancements could lead to improved efficiency and cost savings in the long run. The complexities of navigating this significant shift in export dynamics were daunting, but Bangladesh's resilience and adaptability shone through. The nation had faced challenges before and had emerged stronger, often finding creative solutions to seemingly insurmountable problems. As stakeholders from the government, private sector, and civil society came together to address these logistical hurdles, a sense of urgency and innovation permeated the discourse. In essence, the withdrawal of the transshipment facility by India was not merely a logistical setback. It was a call to action for Bangladesh. The nation stood at a crossroads with the potential to redefine its export logistics landscape. By investing in infrastructure, fostering regional collaboration, and embracing technological advancements, Bangladesh could not only mitigate the immediate challenges posed by this withdrawal, but also lay the groundwork for a more resilient and competitive trade environment in the future. The narrative of Bangladesh's response to this seismic shift would be one of determination and ingenuity. As the country grappled with the implications of increased transportation costs and the loss of streamlined trade routes, it was clear that the path forward would require a multifaceted approach. From exploring alternative routes and enhancing domestic infrastructure to fostering closer ties with neighboring nations, Bangladesh was poised to navigate these complexities with a renewed sense of purpose. The RMG industry, a vital component of the economy, would need to adapt and evolve, but with the right strategies in place, Bangladesh could emerge from this challenge stronger and more competitive than ever. In the bustling heart of South Asia, the transshipment of goods plays a pivotal role in the economic fabric of Bangladesh. Chittagong Port, the nation's largest and busiest seaport, serves as a crucial gateway for imports and exports. Its potential for domestic and regional transshipment is significant, which notes that with the right investments and infrastructure improvements, Chittagong could enhance its capacity to handle increased cargo volumes. However, as global trade dynamics shift, alternative ports such as Colombo in Sri Lanka, Singapore, and Malaysia's Port Klang and Tanjung Pelepas are increasingly becoming key players in the region. Colombo, strategically positioned along major shipping routes, offers an advantageous stop for goods destined for the Middle East and Europe. Its facilities are tailored for swift transfers, making it a favored choice for shipping lines seeking efficiency and reliability. In contrast, Singapore stands out with its unparalleled infrastructure and connectivity. As one of the world's busiest ports, it serves as a vital hub for transshipment, offering seamless access to markets across Asia and beyond. The port's advanced technology and logistics services allow for quick turnaround times, which are essential in today's fast-paced trade environment. Meanwhile, Port Klang and Tanjung Pelepas in Malaysia have carved out a niche in the container shipping market. Port Klang, with its extensive capacity, is a critical transshipment hub for Southeast Asia, while Tanjung Pelepas has gained recognition for its modern facilities and strategic location, attracting major shipping lines. As Bangladesh continues to develop its trade capabilities, the interplay between Chittagong Port and these alternative ports will shape the future of transshipment in the region. By leveraging its geographical advantages and enhancing its infrastructure, Chittagong could emerge as a vital link in the global supply chain, complementing the strengths of its regional counterparts.